Hello, DBSB here, and well, it's nearly the end of January and I've been procrastinating like mad on this video. My looking back at the last year of 2021 and looking forward to 2022, looking at my goals that I set for 2021 and setting some new goals for 2022. 2021, it's my 50th birthday. We had to move flats and got a cat. That was one of the positive things of moving. We've got a little garden now, and the landlord said we could have a cat, which has been a kind of dream of mine. I've never wanted a secret cat, so we've got Mr. Pickles here, and he's a wonderful fella. His character is blooming. Every week we have him. So one of the things that I wanted to do for my 50th was my wrestling debut, and very luckily it happened on my birthday. There was the Quality Wrestling virtual showcase, which had my match against the man monster Jacobite, came out on my actual birthday.
Jacobite? He looks so tired. He's exhausted himself out, isn't he?
He's tired.
That's chaotic.
Oh my Lord.
I think there was a little bit of a plan there, maybe a bit of rope or so.
Carlos laughing, and there we
It's
go.
the rear naked show back on.
That one. And then I've actually done 2 shows in front of an audience. I took part in the Rumble with the Summer Rumble, and got thrown over the top rope. That was the quickest 8 minutes of my life, to be honest. Go and do a thing, all of a sudden being kicked in the balls and thrown over the top rope. And then also did a 6-person tag match, which was great fun.
Carlos go in the ring with Sam Shadow. Ron Falcon gets in on the action as well. Here comes Carlos go driving Sam back into the corner and up onto the turnbuckle. Hooks up the legs and the hurricane.
I won my first match, and my team won the tag match, which is all pretty good, and I'm carrying on wrestling. I've got I'm involved in another show coming up in March. I've had a couple of exciting music things happen. I was recently filmed as part of my friend Kev's film about the Brighton experimental music scene. So at the beginning of the year, I was 2021, that is, I was interviewed on an online event called Oscilloscope. So they did a bit of an interview and they showed me do a performance that I'd filmed for them, that was quite exciting.
I found that to be really joyful. It reminded me of being in a toy shop. It was lovely. It took me back to childhood. It was it was really nice, and I really enjoyed the bit at the end where it was like the reel-to-reel tape just spinning and flapping. I thought it was lovely, and I really enjoyed all the incidental extras that you had in your video, especially the lady with the poo bag who wandered past.
And then at the end of the year, I organised Washing Up Time, which was a collaboration compilation thing where I'd recorded myself doing washing up, going through a loop synth, creating interesting textures and sounds, and then I got people to download that and create their own tracks, and that compilation is going to be released on Spirit of Gravity Records on their Bandcamp for free at the beginning of February, which is very exciting. It's got like over 30 people have taken part in it, so that went more than I ever expected it. Now, I suppose we should look at the goals I set myself for 2021.
First thing on my list is drawing. I liked to do my sketchbook when I was at gigs. It was quite good, but obviously there aren't so many live gigs going on now, so I haven't been able to do that. And I find drawing from my imagination quite difficult. So I'm going to try and do more drawing from my imagination and see if I can build that skill up a bit.
I think I didn't do lots of drawing from my imagination, but I did more than I normally would. So I think that's perhaps a bit of a success. I did a bit of Inktober this year. So for that, I did a few sort of imagination. They're okay. Yeah, I'm. The more you do something, the better you get. So yeah, that's.
Number 2 is to do a radio show / podcast kind of thing.
Well, I gave this a go once.
So I thought I might do a bit of a radio show, podcast, music thing, whatever you want to call it, featuring some of these CDs I'm going to get rid of.
I did find it quite difficult. I think it's more of a technical issue in that I was getting lag from what I was saying into the microphone and what was going into my headphones, which made it very difficult for me to speak clearly, and I kept stuttering, and it got more and more difficult as the podcast radio show went on, but I did it, so yeah, I've marked that one up as done.
3. So I guess these are kind of health things. I've got 2 things. To carry on running up to the horses at least once a week. I normally do it twice a week, but I think at least once a week. Keep that habit there of running 10k. And then also been enjoying going for swims in the sea, so I think we're going to do the 1 swim a month in the sea for a year. We've done
so running up to the horses, running 10k and sea swims. Well, so running up to the horses every week is difficult because I live in a very different end of town now, so that's far too far to run. Well, yeah, it's too far to run. Running 10k, for a while I was running 10k twice a week, and then I think my knees just told me, what are you doing running 10k? So I've only recently got back up to running 10k. Park run has started again, which is good, but I've only just got my stamina back to 10k and my knees to not grumble about 10k. So that didn't work out so well. I did what I could. And the swimming once a month, when we moved flats, we were too busy for 2 months while we were working out where we were going to live and stuff like that, so that one didn't work out quite as we'd like it to.
my number 4 goal, to finish my wrestling costume.
Wrestling costume. Well, I think since doing the wrestling, I've realised that my costume, it evolves, so it's never really actually finished. It's a constant work in progress. I have gone out in public in my costume, and I can see where I might change things. So yeah, I think I've done that. I've made my wrestling debut, done 2 public shows, so I think, yes, I think that all counts.
And number 5, it's a bit wishy-washy, this one, but I've noticed I need to focus on finishing a project before taking up a new project.
It's difficult to quantify whether this has happened, but I've definitely thought about it a lot more when I've been taking on doing new projects and thinking, should I be taking this on? Can I? Can't I? Will I finish it? So I think that's been more of a sort of like a thing to sit in the back of my head, and I know what I'm like, so to think about it before I say yes. Now for the goals for 2022. I've got a few, so let's get on with that. So first of all, on my cards here are some running goals. I've started using Strava for when I'm running to measure my distance and just measure what's going on with my runs. And I did 379 kilometers of walks and runs that I'd measured on Strava. And so this year, 2022, I plan to double that. Another goal is to run the East Brighton Park Run. There are 5 park runs in Brighton, and the East Brighton one is the newest one, and I haven't run that one yet, so I want to run that sometime this year. And I'm going to continue running up at Bevendine once a month, so that's going to be pretty good. And I suppose this next one is kind of connected to the running. It's a general fitness one. Last year I was doing daily exercises, which is interesting. 10 minutes a day, didn't take long. I got bored of making the videos towards the end, but I'm going to continue making a monthly video of me going through a pack of cards. So each suit of cards is a different exercise. Different number of the cards is the amount of the exercise that you do. So I'm going to be doing that once a month for a year, just to keep up with making sure that I keep on the fitness thing. Now, Carlos Chaotico did a video about this, so I think he's kind of said, but my plans are to do backwards out of the ring, kind of like the way Kane does, the wrestler. He flips out of the ring backwards, to be able to get that, and maybe to do a nip up or kip up where you're on your back and you flip up onto your feet. I might be able to do it, but I'm not sure whether I definitely can. But I'm going to give it a go. And when I started doing the lessons, I was doing one every other week, and I was kind of doing a little video about my wrestling journey, and I need to get back on to documenting my lessons better. It'll help me remember what I've learned and things like that, and just it's an interesting thing for me to look back and go, I did that. The music goals. So I've got 2 for that. One of them could end, well, both of them will end up as videos, but one is I'm very interested in modular synths, but I'd like to have a hand go on one with my bare hands and put together a patch. So I want to get to have hands-on experience with a modular synth. I've got a few friends who've got them, so I've got to go on bended knee to my friends, go, please let me have a go on your modular synth, walk me through, let's make a video together of using a modular synth. And the next thing is a collaboration which a friend and I have been talking about doing for ages, whose name is also Carl, and we're going to do 2 Carls, 1 cup. Yeah, that's how long ago we've been talking about this. This year we are going to do it. I've only got 1 YouTube goal at the moment, and that is to make sure I subtitle the Chilean zombie videos quicker than I am. I tend to put it on a back burner, and before I know it, it's months have gone. So I've got to get subtitling on those post haste. I haven't written this one down here, but I've got an art one or drawing one. Normally I make little fanzines with my drawings. I get my mum and dad to choose their favourite drawings from the year. I still haven't done 2020's one, so I've got to do 2020's fanzine and 2021's fanzine, and carry on drawing for 2022. And the final thing, that's while I was doing one of my washing up streams, someone asked me if I still skateboarded. I thought, why? I've got 3 skateboards in the house and I haven't been out them. So I've got a goal to get out my skateboard a bit more often, probably my longboard, have a bit of a cruise, might even see if I can cruise around the level a few times and do that. So there you go, there's my goals for this year, and my goals from last year, I think fairly successful under the circumstances. Let's see how successful I am in 2022. Bye bye.